Today on the street I'm asking why delivering for Deliveroo is so cool. Let's find out. What's your name?
Lucas,
Lucas, where are you from, Lucas?
Brazil,
Oh, cool, Brasilia. What part of Brazil?
São Paulo.
Oh, São Paulo?
Countryside, yeah, countryside of
But is
São
that
Paulo.
the countryside of
Yeah.
São Paulo is a big city though, isn't it?
Yeah, the capital,
Yeah,
and there's also a state of São Paulo,
yeah.
so it's very bigger.
So you're in the countryside of it.
Yes,
Oh, nice, cool.
5 hours from the capital
Wow,
by driving. Yeah.
5 hours.
Yes.
But you're not driving these days. You're cycling.
Yeah. Now I'm cycling,
So you're-
working for Deliveroo.
You must be a fairly fit guy.
I used to be.
Well, you must be fit now if you're like cycling
Yeah.
all the time. How many miles a day or kilometers a day do you think you?
I reckon
Do.
100 k's a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Many days a week?
Roughly a week. Every day, basically.
Yeah.
Have no day off.
So 500, 600, 700 kilometers
Yeah,
a week.
Yeah.
That's not far off professional cycling standards, is it?
I don't know.
I'd say, yeah. I mean, a Tour de France stage could be at least 60, 70 kilometers. So 100. And do you do a lot of your kind of, let's say, your journeys? Are they like 10 kilometer longs or 5? How far a distance do you do from city centre?
It depends on the delivery you take. Like
Okay.
the further you get the delivery, the more you get paid.
All right. Okay.
So you basically can choose where you want to go. But we are basically all day cycling.
Yeah.
So
And what do you
from-
think of it like as a work? Is it good or bad? What do you think?
It's been better before,
Okay.
and now the fees has been dropped.
Okay.
Uh,
So do you have to pay fees in order to work?
Yeah, the
become a
Deliveroo
driver,
pay us like.
Okay.
But the fees used to be higher,
Okay.
and now they're paying lower fees.
Is it more competitive? Are there more cyclists?
Yeah, there are more riders on
All right,
the road,
okay.
so it's basically demand and
Supply.
yeah.
Okay. So, like, have you worked at other things in life, or like, what do you think of work in general in the world, considering what you're working at now and where you're from, and you're from the countryside in Sao Paulo, big capital city. I'm sure you know of Sao Paulo and different people working at different things. What's your idea of work in general in life with regard to life?
When I was living in Brazil, I worked as a civil engineer for
Oh, wow.
2 years.
Okay.
I have a graduation in civil engineer and also a master degree
All
in
right.
tunnel engineering. And then I went to Australia 4 years ago, but they didn't recognize my diploma, my
okay.
graduation.
Right.
That's when I started to work as a driver in the very beginning, as a driver in Australia. I did also cleaning, I did construction jobs,
Wow.
like
Variety of things.
I did a lot of things. And now I got my Italian citizenship.
Oh, you have Italian blood as well, have you?
Yes. My great grandfather was
Okay.
Italian. And I found this job like I don't feel like Deliveroo as a job. It's more like a hobby.
All right.
I really like cycling.
So you really
all
like
day.
it. What about the rain or the bad weather then?
When it's the bad rain, the bad days are better because they pay better.
Oh, are they?
So-
Because there's less people on the road, is it?
Yes,
Less riders.
yes.
Okay.
And the fees are higher.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, that makes sense. That's pretty decent of Deliveroo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty nice of them. Yeah. So so that's cool. So you have Italian ancestry
Yes.
on one side,
I do.
and now that you have that passport or getting it,
Yeah, I have Italian passport.
does that mean you have a European passport then as well?
Yes.
Oh wow. So how does that change your life in the future, or even now? Do you think?
Now I can live in Europe forever.
Yeah.
And
Of
when I
course.
was in Australia, I got the student visa,
Okay.
so I couldn't stay in Australia for forever. So I moved to Europe. It's a good quality
Yeah.
lifestyle.
What's the difference between, like, say in Australia, a student visa and like a full visa, working visa? Is there much of a difference?
You have no rights to work
All right. so
full
student.
time, only part time.
So you're working.
It's the same in Ireland.
Okay,
The
you were
same.
working at jobs that were temporary, without the
yeah.
visa, people knowing about it
Yeah.
and stuff. Well, I won't tell them.
And like the
You know?
better jobs as like engineers and this kind of jobs full-time jobs, they don't hire.
Are your qualifications recognised, even though you've done them in Brazil? Now that you're a European citizen, are your qualifications recognised in Europe? So could you work as an engineer in Europe then?
I'm not sure, but I think I have to do translation.
Oh, right. Languages, is it, or to do with the specific laws of engineering?
I'm
or what
not
is it?
sure. I'm not sure
Alright.
if I can work as a civil engineer in Europe. But it's not in my plans at the moment.
Yeah.
So
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So what? Like, obviously you've travelled quite a bit, and like Australia is a totally different part of the world compared to Brazil. But then again, the weather's nicer. You're in a kind of a funny weather place here.
Yeah.
But you're in bang smack in the middle of both countries. So you've travelled quite a bit, quite extensively, and you have a huge education, master's level, and you're working on the streets, and you've great life experience. What is work to people in general in life? Like, what do people take from work, do you think? Like, what is a good thing or a bad thing for work life in general, do you think?
I think there is no job like a bad job. What makes a good job? It's basically people.
Okay.
If you work like with nice people,
Yeah.
the job will be good, you know.
So people are the...
As long as people respect you and
Okay.
treat you right, there is no bad job.
And what is respect? Why is respect really good then in life? Or feeling respected?
I don't know how to explain, but for us as a foreigner, sometimes people think you are not able to do some job, basically because we don't speak as a native. Like
Okay.
native
But
speaker.
you've excellent spoken English, so...
Yeah.
I mean, if I was to look at you, I wouldn't think you're necessarily Brazilian or Italian. I wouldn't really know where you're from, to be quite honest, you know. So, are you saying then that sometimes there could be like a racist element to where people go, not just you, but you know, where people can go in the world? Have you seen racism like in Australia or in Brazil or in Europe, or not just for you necessarily, but for other people?
I've seen, for
Dictated
example,
by-
the student visa in
Okay.
Australia. People take advantage from your situation,
Right.
and they want you to work hard and work more than you can.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they don't pay you well, and they don't pay you as much as you deserve,
Yeah.
and this kind of things.
And how does respect then and feeling, you know, putting yourself in the shoes of people like that, how would that affect people's confidence and people's, you know, feeling about work, or people about their feeling about living in a certain place in the world, do you think? Like, if you don't feel respected in life or in work, how does it lend to a person's good feelings, I suppose?
Didn't get you what you
Okay, so
trying to
like,
say, but
I mean, you're like, all the stuff you're saying is really positive, you know, about work and traveling and being where you're from and where you've gone to and stuff. And then you mentioned respect. How can respect, or a lack of respect, be it when you're working or when people are working, or if whatever other aspect of life, could be their hobbies, could be spending time with people. You mentioned people as a really good thing to be involved with good people if you're working. If you don't have respect when you're mixing with people, how do you think it can affect human beings?
you have to take the best from each one. You know, everyone's different, and everyone has something good to give,
Yeah.
and you have to live like this.
So what about people who have a bad reputation or a bad background? Do you still feel that they have something good to give, or that they should be judged as just being bad people?
We can never judge from the first sight, you know.
Okay.
You have to give the opportunity and see what the person can offer
Okay.
to us.
All right. That's very proactive, like, in fairness, like.
Yeah.
And do you think education, like, you're a really educated guy, and they say travel is a really good education as well, and you travel around the world, obviously.
I do.
Do you think it's these are good things, these are positive things to make a person think differently and think more positively?
For sure. You open your mind.
Yeah.
When you travel, you know different people, different cultures, and your mind is open
Yeah.
for new experiences.
Okay.
That made for me a really good difference. I learned how to deal with different people.
Yeah.
I worked with Russians, I worked with Indians,
Oh.
Brazilians, Italians, and everyone's different.
Irish.
Irish.
Are Irish different than all those people?
Yes, yes. They have a special
Needs?
approach.
Oh, approach.
Yeah, they're very
Receptive.
respectful. Yeah,
And respectful as well.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, right, that's great to hear.
They do.
And like, how does all this lead to happiness? What is happiness in your definition then? What do you think of happiness? Not just for you, but for everybody. What do you think an average human being should aspire to having if they're looking for like a definition of happiness in this world?
It's all about love, I
Okay.
think. If your heart is filled
Yeah.
and you can share your experiences with someone else, I think it's all about sharing your experiences.
Okay. Connecting on that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks a million for
No worries.
cool. So that's why delivering for Deliveroo is so cool. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, have a wonderful day.